Hello and welcome to the Photoshop tutorial on how to replace someone's head with an animal head or someone's body part with an animal body part. Here I have added this head onto this painting by Edward Manet, and I'm going to show you how to do the same. First, let's look at some other similar examples from people across the internet. Here's someone on the internet has taken a lizard head and replaced Mona Lisa's face with it. Here we've got a dog head, and this one is really crazy. Someone took a chicken head and added it onto a model's face. Pretty disturbing, right? Okay, we're going to go to Google Chrome now. And we are going to search for a painting specifically by the artist Edward Manet. Now, I also want you to search for a Manet painting. View images. And we've got a whole bunch of choices here of possible paintings that you can use by him. All right, in order to get a nice large-sized image, let's go to Search Tools, Size, Large. And when we click that, it'll only allow us to see the really large ones. So here, this one is 5,000 by 6,000, nice and big, so that it's a high resolution. View Image, right-click, and Save Image As. You're going to save yours to your student work file in the inbox, but I've already saved mine to the desktop. Next, let's search for the animal whose body part we want to use, so I'm going to search for a cat painting. You don't have to use a cat, of course. Images. And as I'm looking through these images, I'm looking for a style which I think will match the style of Edward Manet's paintings. So for instance, this is a beautiful artwork. It's very photorealistic, and when I look back here, his style is not necessarily as photorealistic. I can see his expressive brush strokes along here, so it might not match that well. I've looked through these images and selected this one. I think it's nice that you can tell it's a painting. I also like that the direction of the cat's head is facing the same direction as her head. I think that'll make it work really well and make sense. Now, instead of saving this image, I'm going to click View Image, right-click, and I'm going to copy instead of saving. All right, let's open Photoshop, File, Open, and open that painting you saved by Edward Manet. In order to get my cat head to fit nicely on here, I know that I don't want her hat to stick out in the background, that my cat might be a little too small. So what I'm going to do is review with you how to use that clone stamp tool. Here it is. Go ahead and click on it. You are going to hold the Alt key and click somewhere in the background. Click and release Alt. Now you can come over here with your cursor and begin to draw the background, and that'll actually cover up the head of your subject. Now you can see here some of it got left behind, so I'm going to hold Alt again, click somewhere in the background, click, release, and I can paint over that last little bit until I'm satisfied. I could continue to do this, hold Alt, click somewhere, and paint until we're happy. Oh no, she doesn't have a head. Okay, now let's paste that cat image. If you forgot to copy it, you can go back to Google Chrome, right-click, and copy. We're going to start a new layer down here and edit and paste into the new layer. Okay, there it is. I want to erase everything but the head, and I think that the best way to do this is by making that background invisible. I'm going to click on the eye next to the background just so that I can't see it. Come on over here and select your eraser tool. Your eraser thumbnail may look a little different than mine, but they still do the same thing. And erase everything out of that image that you don't need. right, I've got the big details. Now I want to get in close with smaller details. I feel like my eraser tool is a little too large right now, so I'm going to go up here and click and reduce the size until I'm happy. There we go, that might do a little better. Okay, if you want to do something really soft, remember to reduce the hardness, maybe for the edge of some hair or something like that. I'm going to change my hardness back up a little bit because I'd like this to be a crisper edge. There we go. Let's see how I did by clicking back on that eyeball icon. Okay, I can see a little bit of a white glow around it. So what I would do now is increase the hardness and go back around, reduce the size until you're happy, and just get rid of that awkward little white glow until you're perfectly happy with it. All right, now it's simply time to move and resize. We're very close to being finished. This is a teeny tiny cat head, so in order to change the size of it, I make sure that the layer is selected. I go to Edit, Transform, and Scale. Now I'm going to pull on the corner, hold Shift so that it stays in proportion and doesn't get squashed like that. Watch what happens when I hold Shift. It pops into proportion. Make it large until you're happy with it. Oh, that's a little too large. Let's scale it back down a bit. Just keep messing until you are happy. And click the Move tool to apply. I'm going to click Apply. I would like to rotate it a bit, so I'm going to go to Edit, Transform once again, and Rotate. And now I can hover as soon as I get that curved arrow. I can rotate it until I'm happy. Click the Move button to apply, and apply. And there you have it. You have replaced someone's body part with the body part of an animal. It's pretty cool. You've got lots of options out there. You can do chickens, dogs, lizards. Have fun and happy photoshopping.